first impressions demo of a new foundation to me. I think it's been probably at Target for a while. It is a drugstore foundation from Boots number 7, and it's called Lift and Illuminate Foundation. This was around the $15 price range. Boots number 7 is a brand I think is overlooked a lot at Target. The selection is quite small, but I have found some hidden gems there. When I had really oily skin, I really loved their matte primer and their matte foundation. I think it was the Beautifully Matte Primer and the Beautifully Matte Foundation. And so since my skin has changed a lot, obviously I don't really wear matte foundations too often or matte primers, but I saw this Lift and Illuminate foundation and I was very curious about it. And I got mine in the shade Warm Ivory. I think this was like the second or third. Actually, it might have been the fourth lightest shade. I think they had like Cool Vanilla or Cool Porcelain, Warm Porcelain, and then Warm Ivory and Cool Ivory. It does come in a pump like this. There is 1 fluid ounce, just like standard foundation, and it has SPF 15 in it. I'm gonna read you a little bit about what it claims to do, and then we'll get right into the demo and see how it wears throughout the day. So it says bright, beautiful, and uplifted illuminating foundation, which has been formulated with a polymer to help appear to visibly lift and give firmer feeling skin. And so far, like putting it on, I don't know if my skin looked firmer, but it did look very youthful and a little bit plumped. It says our Pro Retinol Complex containing lipopeptides boosts and maintains elasticity. It also contains a brightening complex to give the skin a long-term boost for even skin tone. Powerful antioxidants, vitamins C and E, SPF 15, help protect against the aging effects of free radicals, minimizes the appearance of age spots, pores, and pigmentation. And I have to say that, like you'll see in the demo, it does make your pores like disappear. It doesn't cling to dry spots or dry patches. It really is a beautiful foundation. So far I'm liking it. I've had it on for about 45 minutes because I did the rest of my makeup. If you want to see how this foundation applies and how it wears throughout the day, then just stay tuned. We're gonna prime our skin per usual. This is just the Nivea Post Shave Balm. It's drugstore, so it's very inexpensive, but go ahead and use any primer that you guys want to use. I just like this one because it feels really light on the skin and just, I don't know, seems to help my makeup from disappearing as quickly as it would if I didn't have a primer, mainly because, as I say in all my foundation videos, my skin just loves to eat foundation and blush and bronzer. So, and it is a very like thick, as you can see there, thick foundation, very creamy. And we're just gonna see how this works. We're gonna start on one side of my face and see how it covers. Okay, I'm gonna use a brush. This is the IT Cosmetics like buffing brush. That's what I've been using lately for foundation. So far it's blending pretty nicely. I like that. It has pretty decent coverage actually. Okay, so that is one pump, one layer. The color match I think is really good. This is Warm Ivory. The color match I think is great. And I would say that this is like a medium coverage. I still see some of my skin peeking through, which I'm totally fine with that. We're gonna move on to the other side and then see if we could build up. So I'm gonna go in with another pump. And I do like foundations that the pumper moves up as you use it, so you can always know how much product you have. Versus like some of the higher end foundations I have, they're frosted glass bottles and you can't really see how much foundation is in there because of the way that the bottle is made, so you never know like when you're running low. So it looks really nice on the skin. There definitely is a little bit of a luminous glow to it, but not like overly glowy, just very like kind of natural and healthy looking. So I'm gonna do about half a pump and see if we can build up in some of those areas. So like on my cheeks, I'm a little bit more red. Right around my nose and a few little spots on my chin. And I'm gonna actually, well, my beauty blender is not wet. I'm just gonna pat these in like this. So I'm not buffing it around much, I'm just kind of patting it into the areas that I need a little bit more coverage. So I'm not sure you can really build this because as I'm piling more on, it's becoming more and more visible on my skin. So I would not suggest trying to build up the coverage on this. I might have to go get my beauty blender and just kind of blend that out a little bit because I am noticing it's getting just a little bit heavy in those areas and sitting on the skin a little bit weird. I'm just gonna take this over my whole face. Ooh, I like the way it looks with a little beauty blender action. Looks really good. So first thing I am noticing from applying it is it does not accentuate dry patches. It does not accentuate pores. It's not settling into any fine lines. It has the color match. I love, 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 love this color. The color match is really good. I think that it matches my complexion really well. It matches like down my neck, and the color is really good. It's not like too yellow or too pink or anything like that. So I'm really loving the color match. I love the way that it looks on the skin. It just looks very healthy and glowy. I'll zoom in. It's not accentuating any dry areas or pores. It looks very healthy and good on the skin. So, and it doesn't look super makeup-y. It is currently 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna check in a little bit and we're gonna see how this is holding up. Okay, so I finished up with my makeup and it is about 12:41. I've had this on for about 40 minutes or so, and everything applied really beautifully over the foundation. The concealer I used was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I set my under eye with the Bye Bye Pores from IT Cosmetics. It's their pressed translucent, my voice cracked. It's their pressed translucent powder, and I really like this for under the eyes lately. But everything applied really effortlessly and beautiful over it. Bronzer was super easy, blush, nothing got disturbed. I still love the way it looks. It hasn't settled into any fine lines. It hasn't accentuated any dryness. If I pull my mirror up here pretty close, it still looks really good, and there is a little bit of glowiness, even though I did set my under eyes and right along here with a powder because otherwise it just is super greasy really, really quickly. But so far so good. Still love the color match. It hasn't oxidized to a crazy dark orange color or anything. So far so good. We're gonna check in a little bit. All right guys, I am back with a check-in. It is currently 1:24. I've had this on a little less than 4 hours. And looking in the mirror, I'm gonna zoom you in. Hopefully it's not too bright. For the most part, like this area is staying pretty good. Like it's not overly shiny, it's not overly greasy or anything. My nose, however, it has completely worn off the whole top of my nose. Where my sunglasses are, it's gone. My chin, it's gone. And my forehead actually is quite gone. And of course, my landscaper's outside. But anyways, it's definitely not the most long wearing foundation. It's been less than 5 hours and it's already, okay. Weed whacking while I'm filming. It's been less than 5 hours and it's already kind of like wearing off, so you definitely are going to need to do touch-ups throughout the day. So I'm going to touch up just a little bit because I am going out and it's like completely off of my nose. So we're going to touch up right here, and honestly, like for some reason it's like completely off of my forehead. Touches up pretty nicely. Like if you need to fix it, it's touching up okay and not caking up too much. So that will have to work for now. But yeah, it definitely is not a very long wearing foundation as far as like my T-zone is just like it's gone off the center of my face. But it, like I said, it is 1:26. We're gonna check in a little bit and see how the touch-up is holding up as well as the rest of my face. Okay, so I am here for my final check-in. It is 6:28. I have had this foundation on for about 8 hours now, and it's holding up okay. It's worn off around my nose again. My forehead is pretty shiny and oily. It has kind of broken down all in my pore section, and I'm noticing like when I touch it, it just kind of is smearing off. So by the 8-hour time frame, it's going to be wearing off a little bit. I have pretty normal skin, so I think if you have really dry skin, you're going to love this because it will kind of get a little bit glowy throughout the day. And if you hear dish washing stuff, I have a very, very, very attractive man doing my dishes right now. So if you have very oily skin, I'd probably pass on this. But if you have normal to dry skin, I think you're going to absolutely love this, especially if you have like mature skin, because I felt like it made my skin look very radiant and beautiful. So if you have tried that foundation, I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.